How's it, guys? Junaid here. It's been a while since I did my last bait presentation video, but today I'm going to show you guys how to use tie an octopus head bait, which is a very underrated bait. A lot of guys rarely use this bait, but it's extremely effective. It can catch you any fish, especially amongst the reefs, the rocks. They work very well. It's a very ugly bait, but it works very effectively. I call it the ugly beautiful bait. Yeah, guys, so before we start this bait, there are certain things you need to have before you use an octopus bait. The first thing is your fishing license. You need to have an angling license, and you need to have a number 9 license in your fishing license, which allows you to use octopus, and you're allowed to use 2 octopus per day. You're allowed in your possession to have 2 octopus per day. So guys, you need the following items to make this bait. You're gonna need 2 types of cotton, which I use is the heavy cotton, and I use the thick cotton. You need a dingle dangle with some foam on it. The foam I have here is a noodle foam. I've got my trace, which is a very big, probably a big hook. This is a 7/0 circle hook. It has a large gape here. It's nailed onto some nylon, which is some very strong nylon, some 0.90. If you want to use a full metal jacket trace with this, it works also, preferably like 90 to 120 pound on FMJ. You can work on this trace. I have a dangle needle. I've got the octopus head itself. Can you see it looks very unpresentable, but guys, this works very well. I'm going to demonstrate for you now. You got your choker hammer, and you have your knife. So guys, this is the following things you need. You need to take your foam. You need to put your noodle foam on. You need to take your heavy cotton, and you bind your foam onto the dangle until it's tight, it's attached on. You have your dangle here. You have 2 loops on. The reason why I use the heavy cotton for this is so I can tie it really tight onto the foam, tight onto the dangle, so it doesn't come off. But what I actually use to tie my bait is the thick cotton. It's a bit thinner than the heavy, so we keep it as more natural as possible. Guys, you take your choker hammer, and the head of the octopus, which is a very tough bait. It's very thick. You can beat it up very hard, so it's not gonna tear. So you can beat this up for probably as hard as you can until it really is the fibers open of the octopus. So you take usually your rough side, and you continue beating this octopus head. You've got all this guts and stuff. It has a lot of sense, so don't fear. Just use the guts and bash it in also. I'm not gonna bash this up too much, but usually I take like around over a minute or so and continuous bashing until it comes into like a pulp. Guys, you then take your needle, your needle of your dangle, and you thread this through. You see it, the choker head has an opening in the bottom, and it's closed on top. So what you usually do, my cat is interested in this bait, so I can see it's as effective. Sorry about that. You take your dangle needle and you poke it through. You poke it through your bait. You then take your foam, and you attach it to the bottom of the dangle, and you pull it in. You pull this in till it comes through. Till it comes through. Once it goes through, you have your dangle here. Goes through, you got it through. You got your dangle through. You take your hook, and this is a very simple process. You find a hard part of the dangle, and you pin it through once. Take it over, and you can come and try to pin it into another part also, and you can. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, we have our bait here. We've pinned it in a few times. We've got this ugly piece of octopus head just lying around like this. We then take our cotton, we use our thin cotton, and we continue binding this on. Bind this on until it comes to something like this. We continue binding it. Continue binding this. The guts all come off. Continue binding and binding and binding and binding until we have something like this. Guys, here you have it. You can see this bait it's oozing with blood and guts, and you just have to clip this onto your sinker and cast it in, and the circle hook gives this movement like this. It has some flotation. Guys, this is an extremely effective bait. I've caught numerous fish on this. I've caught many cob, I've caught speckle snappers, I've caught, since this is a hard bait, you can catch, if the grey sharks are biting, you don't hit it too hard. It's a hard bait. You can catch up to 4, 5, sometimes even 6 greys with one bait like this. If it gets bitten off, you can put some prawn on it, or put some sardine or red eye or choker on it, and it works very well. So guys, here you have it. This is your choker head bait. Guys, try this and you'll see the good results with it. Thanks guys. We're making more videos soon, so make sure you tune in.